Most kids his age, I'd say superheroes are a big thing, Legos, and he and his older brother Colin, who's 7, are best buddies. He's more the rough and tough one, the fall down, get back up, do it again, jumping off the diving board, first thing, and so he's the wild one out of the two. He's definitely a sports guy.
Every superhero has a nemesis, a weakness, a kryptonite, but within every superhero there lies a power to overcome. Caleb Gibson is no normal superhero. He's just 5 years old, but the power of his personality and his mighty fighting strength help him to conquer evil. In this case, his enemy is histiocytic sarcoma, a rare form of cancer that has only been seen 7 other times in the U.S. But with the help of his family and friends, sometimes of the high-profile variety, he fights to vanquish the disease each day.
The way it started for us was we were actually at the beach, and I noticed a lump on Caleb's neck. A couple doctors' visits ended up being having to get a biopsy done. But ended up having to get a biopsy done, and actually it was kind of a blessing that Blair and I were home together on our 8th wedding anniversary when the doctor called and told us that it was cancer. It was a Tuesday, and it was just wild because the timing of us being home together for our anniversary, just spending the day together. Looking back now, it was a blessing because I think of how bad it would have been if the call would have just come to one of us and we weren't there together. 8 a.m. the next morning, we were at the battle building and started going through the procedures. Ended up getting admitted that afternoon and spent the next 6 weeks in the hospital. Was mostly bedridden. I mean, he couldn't get out of the bed. And after 6 weeks, his diagnosis was officially made of histiocytic sarcoma, which he's only the 8th documented case in the country that we know about. And because of that, we switched to an outpatient therapy, which was going in once a week on Fridays.
It was during this time that Caleb met his buddy, Matt Johns.
So it was the Friday before Notre Dame. We went and saw him, and he was really shy, and we had known him from when he came to practice. And so it was really cool to rekindle that relationship and say hi, and we gave him some stickers, some eye black, and a poster, and he was really happy to see us. He was a little shy first, and then he opened up, and then we went on our way.
They came in the room, and that was the first time he had smiled that day. And he, not knowing much else about football, just knowing these are 2 big guys coming in the room, he had a lot of fun with that. The football players would still come around on Fridays, we'd see him, and then Matt started to reach out to us and say, checking in on Caleb, seeing how he was doing, wanted to follow up and do some things, outside of the just coming to visit on Fridays.
I really just felt like it was a calling to me that this kid was supposed to be in my life, and he's one of my best friends. I mean, it was probably 10 or 11 visits in a row, and I would walk in, he would jump on me, and he would have tubes hanging out of him. He would do his dressing change. We would build Legos.
It's just become a friendship, really. And the cool part is, unlike me and Blair being Virginia fans and knowing who people are and what the role is, Caleb just knows Matt as Matt.
Almost a year to the day of his diagnosis, Matt, Caleb, and the Gibson family got some amazing news paired with the tragic.
It was kind of a weird day because every time I went to go see Caleb, his best friend Brady was there as well. And I see my phone was buzzing, and I answer, and she had 2 very important messages for me. It was one that Brady Keard had passed away and that Caleb was in remission. The following Saturday, they had a vigil for Brady. It was a special experience to celebrate Caleb's remission, but also celebrate the life of Brady. So it was an emotional day, but at the same time, it was very exciting.
In memory of his lost friend, Caleb continues his fight against cancer.
It's been a journey, and we're still going. Even though we got the all clear on June 10th that he was cancer-free, we're in the preventative maintenance stage now where he goes in once a month for the next year, and then we kind of go from there. Now we've gotten to a point where things have gotten better. He's physically better. It's so great to see him on a daily basis, being a 5-year-old now. So to be out there running, playing football, swimming in the pool, things he couldn't do for the last year.
It's just unbelievable that he was able to fight through that. So, when I come up to practice and I'm having a tough day or something, and I have Caleb the Conqueror on my wrist, it's something that puts life into perspective through football and life in general.
Caleb is the first of Coach Mendenhall's Thursday Heroes Virginia, a program set up to bring joy to families during trying circumstances.
Now he just plays and runs and does his thing, and I think he'll look back and realize how much he touched others and inspired others, and I think that's really special to be able to have something that we can look back and see what an inspiration he was, and just have that to look back on. I think will be really special, and it's exciting to have a little part of that as being the first one on this program. That's pretty cool.